As day breaks over Stromlo Forest Park here in Canberra, we're at the 24 Hours of Adrenalin World Solo Mountain Bike Championships, and we're sitting at about the 3/4 mark. 18 hours down, 6 hours to go, and there's been some exciting action since midnight. Jess Douglas in the women's was the favourite coming in, and she's sitting in first now. It's great to see that somebody coming in with her confidence and her preparation is where she is, and she has increased the lead. At midnight, she was sitting around about 3 or 4 minutes in front of the pack. Now it's out to 20, and she is consistent. Lap on lap on lap, she is pulling consistent lap times, and she's starting to look like the leader that we know that she is. Second place, that's changed. Katrien van der Spiegel, long-time National Series rider, long-time international rider for Australia in the shorter disciplines, has taken herself from 5th up to 2nd. She's sitting 20 minutes behind Jess. The question is, can she catch Jess? Right now, it's not looking likely. She's still a couple of minutes a lap slower than Jess, and it's not looking like she can close that gap. That said, if anyone can, she's got the fast heritage. Maybe with the break of daylight coming, maybe that'll be enough to spur her on. In third place, Andrea Custer, down by another quarter of an hour or so. And in fourth, Esther Harani, the American who went out and set the pace yesterday. Third and fourth, there's a minute between them. So there's a race on there. There's a race on from second to third. Can there be a race for first? That will have to unfold over the next 6 hours. Let's not forget that's a long time. Still 6 hours until the finish of the women's. Okay, and as we look at the men's field, well, there's no surprises for first. Everyone said it before the race, Jason English would lead the race. Jason English is leading the race. It's amazing every time that he does it when we see the consistency. If you look at his last 8 laps, he's averaged 1 hour and 6 minutes for the last 8 laps. The amazing thing is he hasn't gone more than 2 minutes away from 1 hour and 6 minutes for those 8 laps. He is the classic diesel. He keeps going and going and going, and through the night the others drop away. He's sitting at a 45-minute lead. It's almost a lap, and the word unassailable starts to come to mind, except that this is mountain biking. Almost anything can happen. A buckle of a wheel, a couple of flats. We saw one rider with 4 flats in a lap earlier today. A couple even could hurt that time, and there's so many things to worry about. The nutrition strategy, maybe it wasn't quite right throughout the night. So many things that can happen, and that 45 minutes, if it's suddenly 15 minutes, well, he could have a problem. Corey Wallace is fast. Corey Wallace is lapping a couple of minutes a lap faster than Jason English right now, and it still means there's the potential. Without something happening, it's going to be tough, but there's the potential.
That's all pretty close, but he's holding good times and yeah, getting faster, which is cool.
Now with Corey is Scott Chancellor and Andy Fellows. Those 3 riders are close enough together. The difference is that about 3 a.m. Corey Wallace gained back the 2 places that he lost at midnight with a flat and then a flat earlier on. So he regained those places. He's been fast ever since, and for Scott Chancellor or Andy Fellows to get past him, they're really going to have to respond. That's your top 4 in the solo men. Having a quick look at the single speeds, Brett Bellchambers, the Canberra local, is doing it again. It's not amazing that he's leading by 5-10 minutes and has been the whole time. It's amazing that he has 1 gear on his bike. He's out there on the same 20 kilometres of Stromlo Forest Park challenge, and he's in 8th position overall.
He's probably about 7 minutes in front of Ed, and he's running about 73 minute laps, and he's feeling well.
8th overall on a single speed, absolutely mind-numbing. The rest of the guys have 27, 30 gears, he's got 1. Beck Parks in the single speed, also leading in the women's, and she's 15th outright. Again, an amazing feat to see. We've still got 6 hours. We're only at the 3/4 hour mark, and that's so long. 6 hours in many other events is a whole race. So much can happen in this time. We can't wait to see what happens. We're live on ozdirtcast.com. That's ozdirtcast.com. You can also find us on YouTube, on Twitter, and on Facebook.